So, losing your YouTube monetization, wow, it can feel like a total disaster, right? But believe me, it doesn't have to be the end of the world. In this explainer, we're going to walk through a really clear step-by-step playbook to help you figure out what went wrong, how to fix it, and how to get your channel back on track.
I mean, it's that moment every single creator dreads. You open up your email, you click into YouTube Studio, and bam, there it is, that notification. It's a shock, it's super stressful, and honestly, it can feel completely overwhelming. And look, your first instinct is probably to freak out, right? To start deleting videos, get angry, and just scramble to find some kind of quick fix. But I'm telling you, panicking is the single biggest mistake you can make. There's a calm, logical way through this, and that's exactly what we're going to lay out for you. Okay, so before we dive into what you should be doing, let's talk about what you absolutely should not do. This first part is all about avoiding those common traps that can actually dig you into a deeper hole. Now, these are the classic panic moves. You start randomly deleting videos you think might be the issue, or you rush to hit that reapply button without changing a single thing. It's kind of like trying to fix a car engine by just kicking the tires. You're just wasting time and energy, and you're not getting anywhere near the real problem. So instead of just guessing and making things worse, we're going to start with a really simple but super powerful rule. You have to diagnose the problem. You've got to understand why this happened before you can even think about fixing it. And the good news is, YouTube doesn't actually keep this a secret. Your very first step is right here. Super simple. Go straight into your YouTube Studio, click on that monetization tab, and find the official reason YouTube gave you. That right there, that's your starting point. So, this table here, it breaks down all the usual suspects. You're probably going to see one of these reasons sitting there in your studio. Now for this explainer, we're going to zero in on the big one, the one that trips up more creators than any other, and honestly the one that's the most confusing, reused content.
All right, let's really get into the nitty-gritty of this. What on earth does YouTube actually mean when they say reused content? And more importantly, how do you solve it? For so many channels, this is the absolute core of the whole recovery process.
Okay, the official definition is what we really need to pay attention to here, and the keywords are significant and original. You see, the problem isn't necessarily using stuff from other sources. The problem is when you haven't added enough of your own voice, your own spin, or your own creativity to really transform it into something new. And here are some super common examples of what gets flagged. Simple clip compilations, just reposting TikToks with no changes, movie scenes without you talking over them, or even just using stock footage with some background music. If it looks low effort to a human reviewer, it's going to be a huge red flag. This right here, this is the question. This is the one thing you need to burn into your brain because it's the exact question the human reviewer at YouTube is asking when they look at your channel. Is your contribution obvious? Is it front and center? If the answer is, maybe, or I don't know, well, you just found your problem.
And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? This is the core difference between what YouTube sees as weak content versus strong content. The secret isn't to stop using other people's footage, it's to transform it. So instead of just a lazy compilation, you're providing your own commentary. You're turning a boring slideshow into a great story that you narrate.
So, how do you actually do that transformation? Well, here you go. 5 key ways to add that crucial value. The strategy is simple. Just make sure that at least one of these things is clearly present in every single video you make. This is how you prove to YouTube that you're adding that significant, original value they're looking for. Okay, so diagnosis is done. We know the problem is all about a lack of transformation. Now, let's switch gears and get into the action plan. This is your practical, step-by-step checklist to get your channel ready for that re-review. First things first, you've got to do a channel audit. And you have to be brutally honest with yourself. I mean, really, look at your content through the eyes of a YouTube reviewer and ask this one fundamental question for every single video.
And as you're doing that audit, you need to dig a little deeper. Are you on camera? Is your voice actually in the video? Is your editing style unique and something that's clearly yours? These are the real, tangible things that a reviewer is trained to spot.
Now, this is a huge tip. A little bit of inside baseball for you. You probably don't have to go back and fix every video you've ever made. The review team, they focus most of their attention on your most recent stuff because that tells them what your channel is all about right now. So this is where you need to focus your cleanup efforts. Okay, so keeping that in mind, here are your final super concrete action steps.
It's a mix of cleaning up the past and building a better future. Get rid of the most obvious offenders. Set any repetitive or borderline videos to private. And, this is the most important part, upload a bunch of new, high-quality videos that are perfect examples of how you now understand the rules.
Look, at the end of the day, all of this work, it's all about sending one crystal clear message to that YouTube review team. You're not just begging to get your monetization back, you are demonstrating that you get it now. You understand the rules and your channel is a model citizen.
And that brings us right back to where we started, to that one golden question. To get remonetized, and more importantly, to stay monetized, this question should be the guiding star for your entire content strategy. If you make this the foundation of every single video, you're not just fixing a short-term problem. You're building a much stronger, more sustainable channel for the long haul. So let me leave you with this. What's one small change you can make to your very next video to make your own contribution impossible to miss?